It's almost 3:30 in the morning, just a few minutes shy of that, on Thursday, August 23rd, 2012. And this time is particularly easy to spot, even as I look through this small 2.5-inch diagonal LCD screen. So I'm hoping it'll show up particularly well in the video. See what looks like just popped up there to the right, that one, I don't think it did just pop up. The leaves of the willow tree are hanging over on the right half as I look out the window here, looking out the sunroom. Okay, so what we have, what I'm very interested in particular, is in the sky. I've always been suspicious of this, how the light suddenly got set up too, though, and the colors, that they're yellow and blue, because apparently there's quite a bit of neuroscience research about the most basic colors that we were first programmed, for lack of a better word, evolved to really take note of and respond to primordially, are yellow and blue. I think I'm using the word primordially correctly. I'm going to look it up to make sure. Like something that's really inherent to our nature from before, well before the current generation. So let's see, I'm going to try not to lose sight of what's up there, but how would I do that? Might have to zoom out. I'm at 3.7 times zoom is all right now, so I'm not using any digital zoom. The one we're seeing on the farmost left, that's actually somewhat on the yellow side. I used to see just one light that was like a combination of yellow and blue. It looked more kind of green, which that looks a little like a greenish kind of yellow, or what I call like a lemon yellow. Not quite like a lime, but like a lemon. As opposed to like, fire or sunshine, that more golden yellow. Which the more golden yellow one is to the right, although it looks pretty bright right now, so it's kind of coming out looking like white as I look through here. I deliberately put this on just auto white balance, so I'm not making it look more yellow or anything like that on the setting of the video. It's just on auto white balance video. But I wonder if it needs adjusting, because as I look through the naked eye, okay, there's the second one to the right. That's like a golden shade of yellow. It's light, but it's golden and it's bright. And then that really bright one in the bottom is the one that looks more to me like a lemon yellow. And then there's one to the left of that. I just don't want to lose that thing in the sky. Okay, as I shift there, see? More looking blue. And as you see them together, you can see it better. That used to be like one light there that looks like a kind of a combination of those colors, like a green, because yellow and blue do make green. But now it's like it's separated into what I would say is equal intensity. And in the research I'm seeing, they talk about certain potential responses of cells by seeing yellow and blue of equal intensity. And I would say, there's some, I don't know why that went like that just now. That's a little weird, but okay. I didn't do anything to the camera settings as I'm talking, narrating here. We do live fairly close to where planes go overhead, and so sometimes, I've seen some of those black helicopters I photographed, and I've done a video on that. There was EVP in that video as well, and the black helicopters were circling over the house, and they were pretty low, pretty close to the house, and I didn't know what that was about. I ran out with my camera, I started photographing, and wouldn't you know, literally not one more helicopter came by from the one, after following the one I got right then on the video. Anyway, might or might not have been a coincidence. I don't know. But let's go back to seeing if we can see this. We have some panels, as I look through the sunroom. I might turn the light on temporarily in here so you can see what I'm talking about, but then you might not be able to see the outside. I'm just thinking. As I turn the light on inside, I used to be really good at this type of physics, and I'm kind of rusty now. I actually won several science fairs with physics experiments on the color spectrum. Mr. Roy G. Biv, they say, is as a device to help people remember the colors. It goes from one end of the spectrum to the next: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And there's some interesting qualities to those colors, but I never thought that they'd be, you know, several years later, I'd be having to delve into research and not just about how interesting they are to behold in the rainbow, you know, and through prisms and stuff like that. Prism, prisms, plural with an S at the end, but you know, that they can refract and diffract color, but that I would be, you know, having to learn about how potentially the colors can affect people neurologically. Anyhow, I was thinking about trying to back away to where the light is in here and turning that on, but since we did have that surge, whatever caused it, a little bit ago during this video, where there was more light so you could see, you know, the outside, like with the willow tree leaves, then you can see better. This is a good night to see what I'm talking about. And it's pretty low tonight. Whatever that light in the sky is, perhaps a satellite, it's pretty low tonight. So I should say, you see, now it's shifted a bit more to the right. Okay, so willow leaves could potentially be blocking it a bit as I shift. I'll try to be more still to the left here. And then I'll just look at it for a bit and then turn this off. And I should mention, a reason I'm up right now is I've been having the hardest time sleeping. And then I see that there's, as I come out, there's this thing in the sky again, night after night. On the same exact stretch that I'm having such extra trouble sleeping. And let's see, there's been one other thing weird going on too. With my movements through the house, there's been not like, it doesn't sound to me like it's for the sake of sound harassment, because it's too subtle for that. I think there's been like a honk, like somebody sitting out somewhere that they're surveilling. They'll literally honk the car as I move from one room to the next. So it's like, I think they're notifying each other, so they're keeping an eye on my movements, and they might well be looking at what's going on in the sky as well. And it's going, I think it's because it's shifting, it's kind of gradually shifting over to the right, and kind of not that slowly. I mean, it's kind of slow, because it's like a hovering more than a flying, but it's not all that slow. So now I don't even see it as I look out the window, even through the leaves. So I'll cut this off.